Okay, like I said, got a few more questions going. He said, "What is your musical background slash bands?" Musical background. Well, my entire family plays music, so that's definitely, I guess, part of my background. I got lucky enough that I grew up around music. Everybody in my family can sing. I was actually the last one to do anything, last one to like sing or play. All the girls can sing. Like my uncle plays bass, my dad played guitar. They both can sing. My grandpa played guitar. He can sing. My dogs can sing. But everybody can do something musically, which is it's really a beautiful thing, and I'm grateful that I get to like enjoy that with them. At the time when I was younger, I just would watch them play, and I'd be all into it, like, oh, it's so awesome, but I couldn't do anything until I started playing guitar. And now it's like, I was jamming with my dad, my uncle, like when we have these family parties, or like my uncle has this thing called Daddy's Jam, where like he has his kids, which are my cousins, and they all play and sing, and then my dad has us, my sister, and my me and my sister, and we go and we all jam together, and it's like 8 of us all jamming. He was doing it for the last 3 years. So I mean, musical background. Like I said, I got to grow up around music, and I started late, but it's just there's never too late. When you got passion for something and you put the time in and you love it, it's never too late. It's just like I said, how bad do you want it? Do you really want to grow in it? Are you just trying to play just to play for yourself, or do you want to make a career out of it? I mean, I wanted to do something with it. I saw my dad, how far he got, and he's done a lot of studio work with people and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I want to do that and even more, So that's my musical background. And like I said, self-taught, and I've had a lot of family friends help me too. So I don't want to sit here and act like I'm just like, I don't know, like I did it all on my own. I did a lot on my own, just put it that way. But I had help, for sure. Just even simple things of like teaching me like a certain guitar scale or something like that, So yeah, bands. So bands, the first band I was ever in was actually a school band. It just looked like a classic rock, like, I don't know, top 30, 40 band. Like, I don't know, we just did a bunch of covers and stuff. It was really fun. That was in HMS middle school, and I had friends and that's actually what kept me like learning guitar. I was learning at the time, and then I joined the band after a few months, and it got me, helped me and stuff. So that was that, and then I was in another band called Major Giants Rise, which some of you guys know, which was it was like terrible. It was like a melodic hardcore kind of band. So that went on for a couple years, and then we switched into like a more crossover kind of like heavy band, I guess. And that that was really cool, but it just kind of ended up falling apart, and people left, and we just departed. But everyone was still cool, obviously. Did that. I did a lot of cover gigs with my mom's band and my dad's band. I'll sit in with them and play top 40 music and just stuff like that. Then I was in a band. What the hell, little Nat? I was in a band with called Sestro just recently. That was really cool. That was like a blues psychedelic band. That band was awesome. It's still around. A lot of my good friends are still in that band, so shout out to Sestro. Yeah, they're over there playing and stuff. But it didn't work out for me, so I left the band and whatnot. So yeah, that, and then now I'm playing for Brentwood, which is really cool. He's just an old artist, but still plays and stuff. But like him, he plays like a War and a bunch of different artists. And I got lucky enough to get the gig with him, so I play guitar for him, and that's really cool. Like, I make a good amount of money, I get good exposure, I meet a lot of people. Playing the Greek Theater October 2nd, so I'm really happy about that. So that's that. So those are like the bands. I haven't really been in that many bands. I like being pretty dedicated to one band. It's kind of hard for me to juggle a bunch of bands around. So I've been in like 4 or 3 technically. I mean, this band's like the 3rd, but I've just done a lot of stuff. My mom's band too, I guess. So that's 4. So yeah, what artist or songwriter would you love to meet? Oh man, Stevie Wonder, man. That is, man, let me tell you. When I started singing about like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Sorry, I wanted to say 4 because I know I'm not like all that good, but 5 years ago I started singing. I really started to like dig deep into singers and artists, and I found Stevie Wonder. Obviously I knew about him growing up, but I dig deeper into his albums, the Song of the Key of Life, and like all this, oh my gosh, so many good albums. And I was like, dude, this guy is extraordinary, like one of a kind genius. I would love to meet him. I think I just really want to pick at his mind. I mean, his grasp for music and theory and composing is just like unreal to me. Like, so just some of the things he uses note wise and chord wise, I'm like, how do you think of this kind of stuff, man? So yeah, Stevie Wonder for sure would be my number one person to meet. I'd be so ever grateful to meet him. Him and Chris Stapleton, who I've been following for about like 4 years. He's a hell of a singer too, and he writes a lot of songs for people. And like I just love his overall vocal tone, so that'd be really interesting to meet him and just hear like how do you get these powerful notes like you do, and whatever the case is. So those two people for sure. Okay, so my other friend Robert, he said, you're always grinding, but when you start slacking, what motivates you to get back to work? What are you trying to say? He said, when I start slacking, everybody obviously slacks at a time. It's not easy to keep yourself fueled every day, every second. But I just remember every time I'm like just sitting in my bed, not doing nothing, or I'm playing video games for too long, I'm just like, man, like the more I do this, like the faster people are gonna pass me up. And it's not a competition, but I use other people's momentum to push me harder. When I see some of my friends are always, they're grinding and working, my coworkers, I see them always putting up music, and I'm just like, man, like why am I feeling a certain way when I see them? I'm like, damn, like they're on it because I'm not on it. You get me? So it's like a insecurity thing. If I start feeling like not envious, but the way of like, damn, this guy's doing it, and I'm sitting there like admiring it. I'm like, well, like let me do it. So I end up doing it. So I just get myself up and just, I got to purchase all this stuff, working at a Guitar Center, and just with money, and so I have enough stuff to actually make music or beats or whatever. So yeah, I just use other people's, if not only myself. I can't get myself motivated. I look at other people I look up to, or they inspire almost everybody inspires me in a certain way, like whether it's like their overall like point of view on life, or their energy, or like how like I have a coworker, I'll shout him out, named Sean, and he's a rapper, and man, that guy, like him, just grinding every day. I see him on Instagram grinding. I'm just like, man, like this guy knows what he's doing, like, so he that motivates me, because I'm like, I gotta be on his level, he on his own level. I'm trying to be where he at, so I just do stuff like that. Just look at other people and surround yourself around people that have the same energy, the same motive, the same goals, so that's your top 3 music inspirations. Okay, so Stevie Wonder. I'm not gonna go on about him because come on. Stevie Wonder, Chris Stapleton, and Stevie Ray Vaughan. Those are probably my top 3 like overall music inspirations, because Stevie Ray Vaughan is definitely for the guitar aspect of just being a good, clean guitar player, great phrasing, knowing how to make guitar really just speak. Stevie Wonder for the overall composing, singing, whatnot, and Chris Stapleton for the singing and even the writing too. I like the way he writes also. So those 3, like, I'm always, every time I see their music, man, like, there's a lot of other artists that inspire me, don't get me wrong, like I can name like 20, but that'd be a long video. Who's your guilty pleasure artist? My guilty pleasure artist is probably Notorious, B.I.G. Yeah, I love him. I love his rap, his flow, but like, he doesn't have the kindest raps. He's like, Glock, mother. He's like cussing and talking about shooting people and stuff. But I can't help it. I love his flow and like his overall demeanor. It's just like, it speaks to me. That's my guilty pleasure. I've been blasting it sometimes, and then like, when you pull up to like your grandmother's house and you're like, lower that real quick. Yeah, that's my guilty pleasure for sure. Just like rap like that, like Mobb Deep and like that, like gangster, like, yeah. Because I never even lived that life, so people probably look at me like, you know what I mean? Marvel or DC? Marvel, definitely. I'm a huge X-Men fan. There's just way more characters I like on Marvel, and they make great movies. I'm not gonna go on about that because it's really debatable, but yeah. Most memorable GOAT moment. So GOAT is Game of Thrones. There's a lot of memorable moments, but honestly, the Red Wedding. If you haven't, I don't even want to spoil it. If you guys haven't seen that show, I think it's on season 4, The Red Wedding. Bro, my jaw was like, I was in shock. Like, I didn't know how to feel, what to say. Like, yeah. I remember that, like, from start to finish, like, exactly how it went. He said, if you had to pick a favorite sport or athlete. Favorite sport? Probably UFC. If you consider that a sport, I mean, it is a sport, but UFC for sure. And then if I had to pick a favorite athlete, it'd honestly be like either Connor McGregor, or even in soccer, it would be Messi. I grew up knowing about Messi. I'm not like saying I'm a Messi fan, but I love his dedication, like the person he is, and like and that guy's just unbelievable, man. His skills are unbelievable. So if I pick somebody like I really like looked up to as like this is like I said, this is how far you can get in what you love doing. It's those people. Let's see what else. Favorite superhero. Wolverine, man. All day, every day. Not gonna get into it. Just know Wolverine, my guy, and Magneto. Easy. Most influential musician for your career, Stevie Wonder, no doubt. It's just like I said, he makes me think outside the box as like a writer and musician, you know. Favorite food is actually spaghetti and burritos. Can't go wrong with that. I'm not gonna cuss, but you know, I will mess any of that up any time of the week, any day of the week, anytime. I don't care. Favorite superhero show? Daredevil was sick. Netflix Daredevil. Watch that, man. The show was something. You guys need to watch that. Most memorable show. Game of Thrones for sure. And The Punisher. I remember those like pretty good. Dream venue to play in. Dang, I don't know. I don't think I have a dream venue to play in, but I know one of them was the Greek Theater, so I can't believe I'm playing the Greek Theater. That's like, oh my god. I'm just thankful. Super blessed for that. That's a big deal. Favorite video game is Fallout. Yeah, Fallout, and just, I mean, if you guys haven't played it, I don't know what to say. Fallout, Dark Souls, Resident Evil. I love the entire series of that game. Yeah, I would say those games right there. Yeah, I think that's all my questions. Like I said, I hope this wasn't too long. I hope it actually kept you guys entertained a bit. But yeah, I hope you feel like you know me a bit if we haven't already met, or we just haven't got, you know, like a deeper level than that. So please subscribe, like, and like I said, I'm probably posting more videos of whatever, covers, singing, just anything, even stuff like this, you know. And like I said, I hope that I'll see you guys back here. So thank you.